Welcome to Social Studies lesson. I'm Teacher Grace. Today we are going to talk about resources and economic activities, and our subtopic is mining. But before we start, let us remind ourselves what we did last time. We discussed about fishing, and we talked about fishing in Kenya and also fishing in Japan. And we said fishing, this one is keeping of fish in a pond. So fishing is keeping fish in ponds, and whatever we get from fish, these ones are protein. And the farmers sell their fish to get income. Then we also talked about fishing farming areas in Kenya, examples of these areas, and we talked about the main areas are Nyanza, Western, also we talked about Central and also Coast Province. And these areas include Sagana, we have slopes of Mount Kenya, then we have Homa Bay, Bolabu, still we have Baburi and also Aruba Dam. And we talked about the national fish food that they eat. It is known as planktons. And then we talked about young ones of the fish is known as figurines. And we talked of the main fish kept in Kenya. These ones are tilapia, trout, and also mudfish. Then we talked about fish is becoming popular because it is cheap and also require less land and also labor. Then also we talked about the Japan, fishing, farming in Japan, and we say Japan is an island country in the far east of Pacific Ocean, and it consists of 3,000 islands, and the main ones being Hokkaido, Honshu, we also talked about Shikoku, and lastly we talked about Ryukyu. And we talked about arable that are found in Japan, and we said they are used intensively. They use the arable land intensively. Then also we talked about the fish breed areas, and the fish breed are breed in the sea. And this one include the oyster, scallops, prawns, and also yellow tails. Then we talked about Japan. They really support their people. So government support their people, and also the banks support their people. So they don't have a problem with financial. Then also we discussed about fishing is highly mechanized in this area, allowing the catching of the fish of specific breeds and also sizes. Then we discussed about comparison of fishing in Japan and also in Kenya. And we said in Kenya there is small market as fish eating is not popular. And Japan, we talked about domestic fishing. So we have a large domestic market in Japan. We also talked about the small scale. It is carried on a small scale. Then in Japan, it is carried out in large scale farming. Then also we discussed about traditional method. In Kenya we use the traditional method of fishing, but in Japan it is highly mechanized. Also we discussed about inadequate fund for buying equipment, and also we talked about in Japan there is good support in banks and also in government to buy the fishing equipment. Also we talked about in Kenya the industry is less developed, where in Japan it is well developed fishing industry. Then also we talked about the little research of fishery. So there in Japan there is advanced study of fisheries. Then also we talked about marketing is mainly done by individual here in Kenya, but in Japan it is done through the cooperatives. Then now we go to the work of today, which is mining. We have mining. We first of all define our word mineral, A mineral is a variable product found in the interior of the earth near the Earth's surface. So I repeat once again, a mineral is a variable product found in the interior or near the surface of the earth. Then we have the word mineral. A mineral may either be in gaseous form, can either be in solid form or in a liquid form. So mining is the removal of a mineral from where it is naturally being formed. So I repeat once again the definition of the word mining. Mining is the removal of a mineral from where it has naturally been found. So I repeat once again, mining is a removal of a mineral from where it was naturally found. Remember what we talked about the word mineral. We said a mineral is a variable product found in the interior or near the surface of the earth. And we said a mineral can either be in a gaseous form, so a mineral can either be in gaseous form, can either be in liquid form or in solid form. So whatever you are supposed to know, that a mineral is a variable substance that is found under the surface or beneath the surface. And now we are going now to start discussing about the feldspar. We start with a mineral known as feldspar. So we talk about feldspar. So feldspar, it is mined at Kimwalel in Kerio Valley in Elgeyo Marakwet County. So I repeat once again, feldspar, it is mined at Kimwalel in Kerio Valley at Marakwet County. So we have the word feldspar, and we have said it is mined so it is mined at Kerio Valley at Kimwalel. So Kimwalel in a county known as Marakwet County. It is mined through open cast or quarrying method. So I repeat once again about feldspar. It is mined at Kimwalel in Kerio Valley in a county known as Marakwet. It is mined through open cast or quarrying method. Now the uses of feldspar. How do you use feldspar? Uses of feldspar. So uses of fluorspar, the first one, used in the hardening of steel and aluminium. So the first one, it is used in hardening of steel and also aluminium. Then the second one, production of sulfuric acid. So we have the production of sulfuric acid in the making of non-sticky cooking pan. So it is using of or making of a non-sticky cooking pan. Then we have number 4, manufacturing of cement. So number 4, manufacturing of cement. Then the other one, used in the oil refinery. So it is also used in oil refineries. Then we have the last one, making of toothpaste. So we have those uses. So I start with the first one. We have talked about hardening of steel and also aluminium. So it is used in the hardening of steel and also aluminium. Then we have number 2, production of sulfuric acid. So it is used in the production. Then we have talked of number 3, making of non-sticky cooking pan. Then we have number 4, it is used in manufacturing of cement. Then number 5, we have they are used in oil refineries. And then lastly, making of toothpaste. And now we have this map, how the minerals are distributed in Kenya. And we have talked about fluorspar. And we have said fluorspar is mined at Kerio Valley. Then we have this one, we have talked about coal, we have Kariadusi here, we have Mara, and then we have Magadi, and also we have Fudisa, Mwatete, and then we have Foi, we have Babuli, and then lastly we have Moroti. So that's how the distribution of minerals are distributed in Kenya. But something else that you have to note, that Kenya, we are not much blessed with many minerals. So we have minerals, we don't get them in large amount. Then now we go to the last one, the second mineral, which is soda ash. Yes, we discussed about soda ash, and soda ash is the leading mineral export in Kenya. So it is the leading export mineral in Kenya. So soda ash is the leading mineral in Kenya. It is mined at Lake Magadi in Kajiado County. So it is mined in mined at Lake Magadi at a county known as Kajiado County. It is found in form of a rock known as trona. So we have the word trona. So we have that law known as trona. So we have the law known as trona. So it is mined by a machine known as dredger. So we have the machine which is known as dredger. Then the method of mining is known as dredging. So I'm going to repeat about soda. And we have said soda is the leading mineral export in Kenya. And then we have said it is mined in a place known as Lake Magadi in Kajiado County. Then we have said it is found in a rock known as trona. So it is in a form of a rock known as trona, and a machine which is used to extract the soda ash is known as dredger. And this one we have said the method of mining is known as dredging. So we have that one. Then I will go to the uses of soda ash. So uses of soda ash, making of glass, so number 2, making of dyes and also chemical. So we have number 2, making of dyes and chemical, then making of drugs, then we have number 4, making of soap. So we have talked about the uses, and we have also number 5, making of papers, and then number 6, we have softening water in industry. Softening of water in industry, and the last one, it is used in textile industry. So we have the uses of soda ash. So we have the first one, making of glass. Then we have number 2, making of dyes and also the chemical. Number 3, making of drugs. And then we have number 4, making of soap. Then we have number 5, making of papers. Then number 6, softening water in industries. So this one we can refer to it as softening the drinks. Then we have number 7, used in textile industry. So if you go back to our map, you can see where Lake Magadi is. So this one is where the Lake Magadi is, and we have said Sodash is the one which is mined here in Lake Magadi, and Lake Magadi is in a county known as Kajiado County. Now we still continue on with the next mineral, and this one we are going to talk about diatomite. So we have diatomite, and diatomite is mined at Hariadusi near Gilgil in Nakuru County. So it is mined at Hariadusi near Gilgil in Nakuru County. So it is mined in Kariadusi near Gilgil in Nakuru County, and we have the method of mining used is quarry or open cast. So we have the method that are used is quarrying or open cast. Then we go to the uses of diatomite. So we go to the first one, making of paints. So we have the first one, making of paints. Then we have the second one, reservation of fertilizers. So we have number 2, reservation of fertilizers. Then we have number 3, making of heat and sound insulators. Making of heat or sound insulators. Then we have the next one, making of liquid and water filters. So we have number 4, making of liquids or water filters. Then we still continue on, making of dry cleaning, used in dry cleaning of clothes. So used in dry cleaning of clothes. Then we have the next one, making of plasters for use in hospitals. and that one is our last one. So I repeat once again, diatomite, and we started by saying diatomite is mined at Kariadusi near Gilgil in Nakuru County. And the method that is used in mining diatomite, we have said we use the quarrying or open cast. Then also we have discussed about the uses of diatomite. We have said the first one, making of paints. Then we have number 2, preservation of fertilizers. Then we have number 3, making of heat or sound insulators. Then we have the next one, which is making of liquid and also all water filter. Then we have this one, it is used in dry cleaning of clothes. Then lastly, it is used in making plaster for use in hospital. So if we go back to our map, we can see where Kariadusi is. We have Kariadusi here. You can see Kariadusi. And we have said Kariadusi is in Nakuru County. So it is near Gilgil in Nakuru County. Then now we continue on with the next mineral, which is limestone. So we have limestone, and limestone is mined in many places in Kenya, which include Baburi in Mombasa County. So we have seen that limestone is mined in many parts of our country. So we have started with the first one, which is Baburi. So the mining here of limestone is done in Baburi in Mombasa County. Then we have Sultan Hamad in Makueni County. So we have Sultan Hamad in Makueni County. Then we have Athi River in Machakos. So Athi River, which is in Machakos. Then we have Kolu in Kisumu. We have Kolu in Kisumu, and then we have Homa Hills in Homa Bay. So we have Homa Hills in Homa Bay. So I repeat once again about limestone, and we have said limestone is mined in many parts of our country, and we have talked of the first one is Baburi in Machakos. Then we have Sultan Hamad. This one is in Makueni. Then we have Athi River in Machakos. Then we have Kolu in Kisumu County. Then Homa Hills in Homa Bay. Then still we continue on. It is mined through quarry or open cast. So those ones are the methods that are used in mining it. It is through quarry or open cast method. Now we go to the uses. Uses of limestone. The first one, to make cement. So we have the first one, making of cement. Then we have number 2. So we have number 2, making of fertilizers. Then we have number 3, used in making paints. We have number 3, making of paints, then used in water treatment. Then we have water treatment. Then also we have used in manufacturing industrial marble. So those ones are the uses of limestone. So I repeat once again about limestone. We have said limestone is mined in different places in Kenya. And we have started with the first one, which is Bamburi in Mombasa. We have talked of Sultan Hamad in Makueni, Al-Rifa in Machakos. Then we have Kolu in Kisumu County. Then we have Homa Hills in Homa Bay. Then we have said the method that is used in extracting of limestone is quarrying or open cast. Then we have now started discussing about uses of limestone, and we have said making of cement, the first use, it is making of cement. Then we have make fertilizers. Then the third one, making of paints. Then water treatment. Then we have number 5, manufacturing of industrial marbles. So if we go to our map, here we have the Bamburi, this one. We have limestone, which is done here in Bamburi. And then we have Al-Rifa. You can see where Al-Rifa is. Yes, and those ones are the areas. So we can see Bamburi in Mombasa. And then we have Machakos, Al-Rifa there in Machakos. And in that one, now the last one that we are going to discuss, we discuss about salt. Salt will be the last mineral that we are going to discuss. So salt is a white chemical substance. It is also called sodium chloride. So another name of salt is sodium chloride. So we have another name is sodium chloride, and it is mined in Lake Magadi in Kajiado. So it is mined at Lake Magadi in Kajiado County, and the method of extraction is mainly evaporation. So it is mainly evaporation and also sweeping and scooping in Lake Magadi. So we have the method that are used. They use evaporation method. So we have method used is evaporation and also scooping, and then we have sweeping. So I repeat once again about salt. The other name for salt is sodium chloride, and it is mined in Lake Magadi. So the place where it is mined, it is in Lake Magadi. And the method used is evaporation, scooping, and also sweeping. And in that one, it is going to mark the end of our social lesson today. Goodbye, till next time.